Hey everyone, this is Julie and welcome to my SOFHAB review series. Today I'm covering the classic movie The Sound of Music, and joining me for this special review, I should say, is Argyle Enterprises. So this review is also our birthday gift to Bennett Dudley, Rascal family member.
Yes, my upper twin.
And he revealed he's a fan of this movie, and he recommended to me last year that I watch it. He highly recommends I watch it and that I love it. So we decided it would be great to watch it and cover it for you, since we've never seen this movie before. But
before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get some stuff for reviews and much more.
And thank you so much for joining us today, subscribing, sharing our videos, commenting, everything you do specials. We appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So, whenever Bennett recommends something to you, it ends up being fantastic.
Yes.
This one, we didn't know much beyond what we've seen on maybe trailers that popped up or little bit scenes and pieces when they've been mentioned, like in a biography or a documentary covering music and things like that.
Right.
So all we knew is Julie Andrews is in it and Angela Cartwright was in it. I didn't know Heather Mingus was in it, and I was surprised at that. And they sing. Yeah. That's it. That's all we know.
Oh, and it's been parodied many times in pop culture.
Right. And we were so amazed. When you look at it, you can tell it wasn't green screened.
Right.
It was filmed on site, I should say. And that's the first thing that shocked us. And the second thing, the biggest surprise, is that immediately Julie Andrews began singing. Immediately, as soon as the movie starts, she's singing the roll credit song, as Russel says.
Music.
So we were really surprised.
And that's the part that people love to reference the most, when she's on the hill singing. Everyone does that in the dress. Everyone uses it. I think it's hilarious.
So before we tell you more about it, for those of you not familiar with The Sound of Music, it's a 1965 American musical drama film produced and directed by Robert Wise from a screenplay written by Ernest Lehman, and is based on the 1959 stage musical composed by Richard Rodgers with lyrics by Oscar Hammerstein. And that is based on the 1949 memoir, The Story of the Trapp Family Singers by Maria von Trapp, who is the person Julie Andrews is
playing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we were stunned about that. It was just so many things that were surprising. It's set in Salzburg, Austria, and this is 1965, so it's before your pollution and all these other things that go on now, and redesigning, and it's absolutely gorgeous looking at it.
Right, the actual scenery, not CGI, not AI, not made somewhere else. It was the actual place. And
the movie even starts before Julie, I'm just going to say, starts singing.
Yes.
It even starts where, or I should actually say, she's Dame Julie Andrews.
Yes.
But before it starts, they show you all these beautiful places within Salzburg, Austria.
Yes.
So it's a fictional retelling of Maria von Trapp's experiences as governess to 7 children, her eventual marriage with their father, Captain Georg von Trapp, and their escape during the Anschluss in 1938. So all of these were a surprise. You always thought the movie was just fun and singing and fun. But then you learn as you watch the movie, there's depth to it, and there's a story that's hidden within it that unless you watch it or someone tells you in a review, you don't know what's coming out.
Right.
What I like to say is that they successfully added the element without ruining the movie.
Yeah.
Because when it popped up and we heard it, I was like, oh no. And my first thought was, please don't ruin the movie.
Yeah.
Because it really is a joyful, lovely movie.
Yes.
But they were able to tell you this part, a historical part, that she shares her experience with you in the book. Take it and to slightly fictionalize it, but still give you the truth of what was happening in the 1930s in that area of the world.
Right.
And it didn't ruin the movie.
Yes.
I'm very happy there's a happy ending as well.
Right.
So quickly, it's produced by Robert Wise. We'll tell you about the cast briefly. Cinematography by Ted McCord, absolutely beautiful. Music with Rodgers and Hammerstein, and you've seen, I'm sure, a musical, at least one of them in your
life.
life.
Like the Cinderella one.
And Irwin Kostal did the score. Now, the movie's 174 minutes, so it is long.
Oh, my God.
And it is owned by Disney now, 20th Century Fox, which is why it was on Hulu. Yeah. And we didn't get to see it because the day we canceled is when we learned the movie was on there.
Right. And
at the time it was made, it cost $8.2 million to produce it, and it earned over $287 million. Now, this is what Disney's trying to replicate.
Yes.
And that's just unheard of, to have that type of return on a movie.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest returns in theatrical history. I don't think there's anything to match it.
Absolutely. And with this, there's nothing else like it out there. You can tell that there have been other musical movies made after, and even decades or 100 years later, have been trying to replicate either the success or the style of storytelling that Sound of Music had. The most similar it came after was Mary Poppins, because she was in both films. They both were musicals. They both had numbers taking place in painted backgrounds. The only difference is that Sound of Music had no animated characters, but they had puppets. And it's pretty cool to see how one influenced the other, and then influence other musicals down the line for decades to come.
And what's funny about that is Disney was pilfering people from other studios long time ago, because we read that the movie hadn't released, but somehow Disney Studios was able to see the movie.
Right.
And then they said, we got to get this woman before someone snatches her up.
Right.
And then they took her for 20th Century Fox.
Right.
I was like, whoa. They're like, okay, she's a gem. She's ours.
Right.
And they did whatever they had to get her from 20th Century Fox.
Right. And I like that they said, miss all the joy, they still managed to tell you the serious part without it being overdone. Because so many movies now, whether they're, movies and shows and things, they'll give you something fun and great and something different. And then right in the middle of the story, they hit you like a train with the reality and the politicalness. And granted, that was in here, but now it is so... It's meant to just depress you and like, you need to take this seriously and know this is terrible and you should feel bad as the viewer, you didn't do anything. That wasn't in this movie. This was just letting you know this was something that was happening during that time. The characters are not, the main characters in here in the family are not wanting to do this, and they're trying to get away from it where they could make their own choices. So this was handled much better, and this was decades ago.
And I think maybe it took up only 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, near the very end of the movie.
But again, they did a job of incorporating without it crippling the movie and making it something unenjoyable.
Right.
So the movie starts off with Julie. She's in a convent. She's a nun. Well, actually, she's doing her orders where she can become a nun.
Yeah.
They like her, but they don't want her around because all she does is sing, and she's positive and upbeat, and they don't like her doing this. When they start saying the things that bother them about her, then immediately they say, but I really like her, but she's really nice to me, but she makes me really feel happy. So the Mother Superior of the rectory tells her, maybe you're not supposed to be a nun. What we're going to do is take you and make you a governess over this family for 30 days. And when you come back, you tell us how you feel.
Right.
She didn't want to go. She kept saying, I'll be good and I'll do it. And she's adorable in the movie. So she gets there, and they have these 7 kids that are supposed to be 7 terrors. And none of the governesses stay. The shortest stay was 2 days, and they always leave and run away. Well, of course, with her charm and personality and finding what her purpose is, she manages to deal with them. They end up loving her. And one of the funniest things we saw in here, and someone, either Bennett mentioned it or we saw it somewhere, where the dad won't give her material to make the kids' clothes. He said he'll give her material to make clothes because the dress is hideous, but not for the kids, and she wanted to make them play clothes.
Right.
And so she took the drapes off the windows in her room and made them all clothes.
Yes.
And we were like, that's enchanted!
Yes.
That's enchanted!
Yes! You were like, that's the reference!
So she gets along with him while he's gone onto a trip. And he's bringing back a woman who he is considering marrying. He even proposes to her. So when the lady gets back, the first thing we know is, okay, he's going to end up with her. We guessed it.
Yeah.
We knew nothing about this movie. So he tells her she's fired because of the clothing and how they're all happy and playing music, but then he listens to the song and it's one that he knows, and then he's forgotten how to be happy and joyful after the death of the wife. He turns into a drill sergeant on the children, and then he starts singing with them, and he has so much fun, and they're so happy to be with him. She tried to tell him before he went in, that's how she got fired. Your children miss you, they want to deal with you, they want you to be a dad, and how dare you, you're fired. And then he runs to catch her and tell her, you're not fired. The lady he's engaged to, of course, does her tricks and shenanigans to try to get rid of her, which she does for a short period. She goes back to the convent, and she puts herself in solitude, and she won't talk to anyone. The kids try to see her, and some of the nuns turn her away, and then one of the nuns the Mother Superior again talks to her and asks her what happened. She tells her, and she said, so are you in love with him? I don't know.
Oh,
she said, well, you need to go back and find out. So she returns to the house again. And then when she gets there, they have a glorious party. They had the glorious party before. And the lady made her leave, so she comes back, and the dad's happy to see her, and the kids are happy to see her, and then he realizes he's in love with her and not with the old biddy who tries to set her up. And I said, well, of course it helps that she's very young.
Right.
And she can sing beautifully. And the children love her, and that helps.
Oh, my gosh.
So you think it's going to be just this happy ending in a movie, but then the Gestapo comes in and things happen that happened during that time. You can watch the movie to find out.
Yeah.
And they are threatening to take the dad, and then they escape when they go to do a performance, and they have to hide, and you see the rest of the movie for the ending, but it's a happy ending, and it's a lovely movie. Maria von Trapp was not a writer. She didn't think she was a writer. And one of her friends kept pestering her to write her story of what happened. She did it, not knowing she had a gift of writing, and then published the book, and it skyrocketed in fame.
Wow.
They changed a couple of things in the movie. There was only one child, not 7. And in the movie, the dad is in royalty, but in real life, he was what was called a Ritter. He was actually royalty, but they called him captain in the movie.
Okay.
And there's a few other things, but not even knowing the backstory, you love the movie. It was popular throughout the world. It broke many box office records at that time in 29 countries. And the initial theatrical release lasted 4.5 years.
Oh my gosh.
And had 2 more successful re-releases. Now that's how you do it.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Never knew that.
It received 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. It received Golden Globes Awards for Best Motion Picture and Actress, Directors Guild Awards, Writers Guild Awards. And in 1998, the American Film Institute listed The Sound of Music as the 55th greatest American film of all time and the 4th greatest musical. In 2001, it was added to the U.S. Library of Congress Films for Preservation on the National Film Registry. And it's just a fascinating movie that was really fun, and I would love to get the book and read the actual story. It makes me want to. But it's beautiful to look at. It's got lots of funny moments. It's got drama. It's got espionage. It's got mystery. It's got romance. It's got the love triangle.
Right.
It's got everything you would want in a movie, but it's set in 1965. But don't let that stop you from watching it.
Right.
Yes, it came out before a lot of us were born, but it is such a great movie.
Yes.
And thank you so much, Bennett, for recommending it.
Yes.
It really is a joy to watch.
Yes.
Very much any last thoughts, and then we'll go to the cast.
Well, I think this is probably one of those movies that a lot of people should see at least once. Even if I'm not caring for it, it's one of those pieces of cinema that is like required watching at least one time. If you never see it again, it's something really to experience because there's nothing else like it out there.
Yes, and Bennett, we were waiting for you in the comments to put your fun facts. We know you've got some that we don't know, so we're looking forward to them.
Yes.
So is Maria, Julie Andrews, Christopher Plummer as Captain Von Trapp. I was stunned to see him that young because I'd only seen him in movies elderly.
Yeah.
Yes, I know he was young at one time, but I had never seen him, so it was a surprise. And his singing was dubbed by Bill Lee. Eleanor Parker as Baroness Elsa von Schrader. She's the Biddy.
Mm-hmm.
So as the Von Trapps, children, Charmian Carr, Nicholas Hammond, Heather Menges, Dwayne Chase, Angela Cartwright, yes, the sister of, thank you, Nancy Cartwright on The Simpsons. She's her younger sister. Debbie Turner, Kim Carafe, all played the children. And then for the nuns, Anna Lee, Portia Nelson, Air Zeller, Ben Wright. The real Maria von Trapp has a brief uncredited cameo in the film as a passerby, alongside her daughter Rosemarie and the daughter of Werner von Trapp during I Have a Confidence. That makes me want to go back and watch the movie again, so I can see the
cameo.
Yes. So as we said, it's had a huge legacy. There have been amusement parks and live action plays, other musicals from 1956 when the original The Trapp Family came out all the way through 2017, the Sound of Music Innovative Art Stage Musical. There have been a lot, too many to mention.
Right.
But it truly is a beloved part of American history, and it's a lesson for not knowing your talents sometimes and having others who can see and help you bring them out, and then using that gift you've been given to bless the world. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what happened with Maria von Trapp.
Yes.
So if you've seen The Sound of Music, let us know in the comments. Did you love it? Did you think it was okay? How do you think it fares as far as musicals on a whole? Have you by any chance happened to have read Maria von Trapp's book? Let us know in the comments. If you haven't seen it, it's only available on Hulu to stream.
Yeah.
Or you can buy it. If you haven't seen it, give it a watch, come back, and tell us what you think.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click notifications on future SOFHAB reviews and so much more.
Yes, and thank you so much for subscribing and joining us today. And definitely be sure to wish Bennett a happy birthday today. As always, you are special.
I'm Rascal.
I'm Julie.
Have a fantastic day.
Continue to be happy, healthy, whole, and also wonderful, my specials. See you next time.